even though your accent has been diluted in the decade plus since you left.
What happened, sugar tits? You get lost? Or are you just looking for company?
Sugar tits.
Kill this lecherous geriatric.
They're gonna put your cigar in your eye hole.
Ah, come on. It's just a term of endearment.
Do it anyway. I would pay to see that. Would you pay to see that, Joe?
Almost totally silent, the third one just breathes and nods excitedly.
Animals. That's how it is with most pilots, though. Here.
Short guy slides across the table to you.
More than a courtesy. He's establishing hierarchies. You and him, human. His companions, subhuman.
Cheers, animals.
Schnapps. It washes stinging down your throat, followed by a kind of anesthetic vapor that rises all the way into your sinuses.
Nice.
We're all strangers in this city. Why don't you join us? We've got nothing better to do. At least until the phone hugger over there fucks off or dies.
Not 10 meters away, a young man clutches the payphone to his ear, whispering urgently.
You're pilots. Why are you on the ground?
Ex-pilots.
Grouse.
Does Joe there look like he could get anything up, let alone a plane?
I wouldn't bet against him. A kind of raspy chuckle escapes from the throat of a man in question, but he still doesn't say anything.
Loud Joe. He doesn't talk much. I'm Pigeon. That's Slava over there.
I get those call signs.
Slava used to be the name of a fishing port company out of the north. My main cargo for a while. Packages stunk to high hell.
Throws a ball to Pigeon.
Guess.
Jerks his head at you.
A dirty little city
Oh,
bird.
no.
A winged rat.
Eats cigarette butts.
Sure, why not?
Man's got no compass. Him couldn't make it to the payphone without using radar.
Joke's on you all anyway. I never minded pigeons. Tough little fuckers.
What kind of pilots were you?
I did clockwork freight. Perishable goods, fruits, marrow fish, whatever spoils quick.
Okay.
Military.
Interesting. Don't sleep move, but the only sound that escapes is an airy grasp.
The saliva smacking in his throat and mouth is louder than any words formed.
Cargo military, disturbing, whispering, got it.
Loud Joe was what they call a lamprey. People smuggler.
Oh wow. I mean, human trafficking.
Legally, yes, but all his cargo were there voluntarily. Desperate, in fact. Joe ran low altitudes missions in and out of the territories for, what, 10 years?
Territories meaning, in this case, the Losers Island states. Briefly independent, now re-annexed.
High risk, high reward.
Just high risk. The only reward is what happens to you when you get caught.
Lao Shuao just stares at you, his mouth twisted into a humorless grin.
Of course, a more technical pilot might have made it out, but...
He shrugs and takes a long sip of snap. Where are you guys from?
Officially, we're Lusian.
Don't know if he's still here.
We're exiles. The reunion came for us, we came here.
The laughter leaves in its wake something like conversational scar tissue. The reunion, the Losers' grand annexation campaign. Slow, legal, often bloody. A creeping tide reclaiming every few years one more of their old colonies.
Coming from somewhere else doesn't in itself make you an exile.
Well, I still have my tenetry passport. Stamped on arm. Could fly back any day.
Good. Nice. Good to have options.
All three of the old men break into synchronous fits of humorless laughter. A joke in poor taste. A stamped passport for a country that no longer exists.
How'd you get here?
The pilots exchange a look in.
Tell you what, Messiah. You grease my gullet. I'll tell you some fucked up stories.
You know what he means, but you can't help it. An apple-sized dollop of lard melts between hand and chest as you massage grey tufted folds of old skin.
If it is, I won't be around to see it. Liver's on its way out. Cancer will get me before the illusions do.
Time to crank out the drinking, go and start.
Working on it. Cheers.
Cheers.
A few hundred brain cells pleasantly fizzle out in unison.
Anyway, you're the foreigner here, Messiah, so you tell us. The Lucians. Think they'll be here anytime soon?
I think Porfiro's their territory. Take it back.
Hear that? Smart and good looking.
Either way, that's for you lot to worry about. I'm out the door.
Thanks for opening up.
Wish I could say the same, sweet lips.
The phone hugger I mentioned. Yeah.
Just another foreign money, man. City's been full of them lately.
Stuck up little shit. Strolled in one evening, couple of nights back, picked up the phone and hasn't let go of it since.
The third pilot emits a growl of disgust.
That was a growl, not an attempt to speak. He would be making the same noise if he could talk.
What you have got against
We all
him?
want our turn, sugar. Even you. We saw you over there, getting your kicks in. He's here every damn day. Stays on the line for hours. Doesn't care one bit if anyone else has had a turn or not. Only shuffles off once the sun sets.
Alright, enough about the phone hugger.
Nothing to be jealous of. He's an empty suit. Not even the decency to be sad.
It may have been the techno-fascists that destroyed his homeland, but it's the entrepreneurial types that his disdain is really reserved for.
Let him rot in wealth.
He's not rich, Slava. He just works for rich people. Ignore them, Mercier. They have no idea how money works.
He nods gruffly.
Wish I could say the same, sweet lips.
What do you make of Porfirio?
It's got a couple things to recommend it, eh?
It's a bit shit, but it's fine.
You picture the words in bold on the cover of the world's least enthusiastic travel brochure.
Oh, you know. Got some real friendly locals. Skilled, too.
Works.
You'd be happy to live on a trash heap as long as you got to keep your phone sex, wouldn't you?
He means the miracle line. They're regulars. All of them.
Wish I could say the same, sweet lips.
Got some questions about the miracle line.
Please, sugar. We can't deal with any more competition. The money man has us down to quickies.
Down to quickies. What's a miracle exactly?
It's always connected, that's what. No dialing, no choice to call anyone else. You pick up that phone over there, done. She's there.
Duchess.
Wait, how's that possible? Right. So what's the catch?
There isn't one. You call, Duchess answers. Simple. Beautiful.
It's not just that, though. Whatever you like, whatever happens to be a thing, she has a way of finding it. People just open up to her.
A tremendous honeypot, in other words, waiting to be tapped. You could not rule out the possibility that she is a spy, that the vein has already been tapped.
Seen this before?
Will you look at that?
He nods, passes it.
Now where did a sweet thing like you pick that up? What a way to go, eh?
Rapturous fantasies of masturbatory death overtake him.
Wow. Don't worry, I'm sure that's where you're headed. I don't think he was on the phone. He was listening to a disc.
I've saved some recordings of Duchess too, to use privately, you know.
Oh, gross.
To answer your question, you used to see a few of these floating around, but not for years. Figure it was from before that phone was permanently hooked up.
How long?
Why does everything have to be about money these days?
What else should you getting out of it?
The pleasure of our company.
If it is about money, it's not in any way that concerns us. Line's been free for as long as anyone can remember.
They act like the issue of money is secondary to the existence of the Miracle Line. It's not. This is the issue itself.
I've used the mirror.
We know, Sugar. We were watching you there. How was it? Seeing stars already?
I found
Man, woman, old, young, I haven't seen a miss yet.
The slender finger slips into the black curls of a phone cord and twirls them around itself. Suddenly, it pulls, and your breath cuts short.
You're all very open about having phone sex around each other.
I got nothing to hide. Can't speak for Pigeon though.
Pigeon rolls his eyes and feigns indifference.
It's fine. I have my own thing, own phone thing going too. Kind of sick, twisted shit are you into, Pigeon?
I used to ask for some kinky stuff, but it's not like that anymore. Duchess and I are friends now.
He's not your friend, man. He's part of the act.
That's what you think, Monsieur. Talk to a person for long enough, it's inevitable you end up becoming close. Provided, of course, you don't spend all that time asking her to make animal noises.
He gives his mate a sidelong look.
In fact, regarding Duchess, I have a favor I need someone to do for me. You don't think you could help me out, do you?
What is it?
I bought a gift for Duchess's kids some time ago, but I haven't been able to track myself all the way up there.
Eyes widen. The other men regard him like some kind of god.
Can you give it to her for me?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Marcia. Honestly, I'm just sad I can't take it myself. Wait a minute. Here.
What? Beautiful wolf cub?
Tell them. Grandpa Sam sent it. Remember that?
About Sam?
Ah, it's just an inside joke we have going. A pet name, if you will.
Stares at the ground.
You know the housing campaign? Northwest from Party Alley. She's got a houseboat in the canal up there. Should be one of the only ones in the area.
Roger. Houseboat. House again.
Thank you, Marcia. We'll be here.
The plastic seems to almost hum in your... Turn it over. 1 of 6 stamped hard bottom.
Some sort of novelty merchandise. The wolf figurine atop the cup is cartoonish. A style you've never seen before. Alien. Lusian. The heavily applied paint gives off a petroleum smell that sticks to the back of your mouth.
1 of 6. Start collecting it.
It is the sole purpose for their existence.
Not wasting more time thinking about nothing.
You turn the cup over in your hand, studying it from all angles, trying to understand your own mind. Spiky Wolf kicks ass. Stupid question. Collecting cups, collecting friends, it all works in your favor. You put Critical Wolf away
Yeah, buddy.
and look back up to face the ex-pilots.
Talk about the Miracle Line again.
I never tire of it.
What was that about making Duchess not animal
Gross
noises?
misrepresentation is what that is. Back in the Tenetries, we have a folk tale about a kind of mermaid, Dennis Cadin they called, that's half woman and half sea cow, that would lure sailors to their death. And pilots, of course.
Go on.
The thing about Dennis Cadin is that they're not 50-50 like the mermaids they talk about here. Anyone can have any part human and any part animal. So there's women with big fat tails, women with flippers and no arms, women that look perfectly normal, except for the hairs, which are just like two little belly buttons on the side of their heads.
A permutative beastery unfolds.
Entities with human tits and legs.
A woman after my own heart.
Oh, here we go.
There's this one story about a Dennis Cadin that some fishermen pulled onto their boat, thinking she was just a sea cow. Then they rowed her over and discovered she had just one thing different. The wrinkled vulva of an old woman. Tuft of gray hair and all.
That's what you get off to?
Sometimes she drags a sailor overboard and I can hear her thrashing around, splashing, moaning underwater. I think Duchess sits next to the bathtub for that one.
Folktales or no folktales, you have no idea the slaughterhouse pig squeals he makes her do. You can hear them from here.
What sounds does a manatee make? You generally think of them as rather silent animals.
That's what you think.
He's hooked.
You thought just because it was phone sex, it was verbal. Think again.
You can't be. Can't have a look straight into your eyes.
You realise after a moment that he isn't just doing his usual thing. He's demonstrating.
That? For an hour?
Sorry, pants. What does she do?
Pants back, I guess? All things considered, it's more vanilla than what most people ask for.
He goes on painting. Hey man, whatever gets you off. Okay. Really
Never
fucking
enough.
disturbing.
Until next time, sugar.
Right, let's see what I can do. You there?
Unwise to your presence. A lanky young man presses the handset against his flushed cheek. It practically clings to it, like a shipwreck survivor holding onto a piece of driftwood.
I don't know how much time we have. You have to help me fill it in.
Whatever the person on the other end of the line has to say to that, it makes the man's eyes squeeze shut and his mouth slacken in a guttural groan. The line appears to be occupied.
I can't possibly perform under these conditions. You have to make me.
A miracle for me, it seems.
No use. Sucked deep into the abyssal vortex of lust. He's beyond your reach.
The gap. I'm not even worthy to approach it on hands and knees. My little heart wouldn't be able to take it.
So this is what the miracle looks like firsthand.
Hey, you got me much longer?
No response. He
Oh my god. You can't do that to me. But you really, really should.
prisoner of his own desire.
There are some older gentlemen who'd like to use the phone.
He leans away from you, resting his forehead. This rocket is close to liftoff. No room for a co-pilot in that command capsule.
You know so much, and I so little. The power differential is grotesque. Highly, problematic. Don't
Man
change it.
can't. This man can't actually.
Whether or not he's employed, he's certainly occupied.
I'm your faithful dog. I know nothing. I question less.
Need to speak to Duchess. Hurry up.
He leans away from you, resting.
This is a private phone call. Please excuse yourself. I saw her talking to the old pilots earlier. They must have sent her to listen in. Do I want her to watch? Oh, maybe, in theory, but you should see the way she's dressed. She looks like an encyclopedia entry for low net worth.
Hey, quit talking shit about my clothes.
I asked you politely once. Now kindly wait your fucking turn.
Tell me that kind of language is unacceptable. It's the influence of the gap. I hardly recognize myself anymore.
Come on, please. Please. No! Fuck.
No, not her. More. Grace.
Help!
Thought violated? No, 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 no.
Questions? Do I look like a man who has time for questions?
Hatred. Contempt.
Nothing, nothing. I just ably defeated one of the local lumpen prole. Nothing compared to the mysterious gap. I've got to go. I'll call you again when it's safe.
With that, the man gently sets the handset back in its cradle and slinks off into the city. At last, now you can use the phone.
What happened to my thought? Violations? What? That's what that means.
Shh. It's her again. My stalker.
My God.
It would be a lot easier to...
When's this one? 30. Ow.
Shh. It's her again.
First time I got a success like that.
Perversion. Developed wild variety. But what sort?
Please. I need to feel like my position's in jeopardy.
Wall de collage. Super 130. Looks more expensive than it feels. The man wedges his index finger between his tight collar and neck. His only source of relief is the sweat seeping into the fabric of his wind-whipped collar. Lanky, malnourished, his physical form is an object of abuse and neglect in equal measure.
What is he abused?
His lungs and liver foremost. You can tell by his one colour. What comes to mind is a handkerchief, buffeted on a night wind, eternally in retreat from itself.
Where do people come from? Poor bastard.
On the contrary, he's been making 250k a year since he was 22, plus benefits. Put all the pieces together,
Oh, good.
and the conclusion is obvious. This man works for Emter.
I need to know that if I don't pull this off, billions of soul worth of international loans, and investments may be at risk. Tell me you'll report me to human capital if I displease our counterparties.
Now, if you could just get his attention.
Oh, I think I forgot someone's title.
Warily, the young man watches you go over his shoulder.
Deadlines.
Warily.
Okay. What just happened? I think I'm gonna go back to this one. Yeah. That was weird. That's way back.
You're back, and you still look like that.
Sure.
You're back.
What happens if I do this? Gonna be different?
You're back, and you.
Okay. Look at them all dressed up again. One is missing and they're not doing fuck. This weird headphone guy may have kidnapped UV. It won't help. You've abandoned her. That shut them up and tell them what happened to the UV. Realize she has just such a useless gang.
Oh shit! That's totally something she'd do.
Drug. How committed do you think Otripad to the art?
No, he wouldn't let her. He loves her. Maybe even more than we do. He said he'd seen her live.
We've never seen her live. We've never seen her live, and now she's going to bite off her tongue?
Maybe gonna find this headphone guy and convince him we'll let her go before it's too late.
Okay. He had a little mustache and a beige trench coat with weird lining. But we didn't see where he went. He could...
We need to make an offering to Polaris. For UV.
The skin on their hands pale in that grip.
Sure.
Yeah. That worked.
You find yourself before the strange tree.
Yep.
Yellow.
Don't want to do this, but I do.
You find yourself. This is Ginkgo lucifera, an old Lusian ginkgo, planted widely during the expansion of the old illuminated empire.
Bye.
The exact reason escapes you at the moment. Suffice to say, wherever you see one, it means that place once belonged to Leluz.
Wait, what?
Time passes, but you take no note of it. No one takes note of you either. To wider Keysock, you're simply a middle-aged woman, staring at a tree. You let your vision decouple. The tree becomes a pleasing blur of light and shadow. It's all very aesthetic. Nothing much happens. Yes, and you're still just an ape, and not even a particularly distinguished example. Yes, and your time passes. No one takes note of you either. You let your vision decouple. The tree sways. You leave the old
Interesting.
Lusian gig.